Good morning, class. Today I will continue chapter 3 in history, ruling the countryside. In this chapter, I'm already explained Britishers as a administrator introduced permanent settlement, Rayatwadi and Mahalwadi to collect tax from Indian farmers because revenue rate was very high. That is why Indian farmers unable to pay land tax to Britishers. Clear? And Britishers evicted Indian farmers from their land forcefully. Then Britishers forced to Indian farmer grow indigo because indigo had a huge demand in Europe market. Now I will continue chapter. Today my first point is Britain turns to India. Faced with the rising demand for indigo in Europe, the company in India looked for ways to expand the area under indigo cultivation. Children, please understand because indigo had a huge demand in Europe, that is why Britishers want to cultivate indigo in India on a large scale. Clear? Indigo in Bengal. Children, please learn these two dates. Very important. In 1788, 30% indigo produced in Bengal and export to Britain. In 1810, 95% indigo produced in Bengal and export to Britain. Clear? As the indigo trade grew, commercial agents and officials of the company began investing in indigo production. Children, please understand when commercial agents, traders, officials of company analyze indigo trade is profitable, then they investing money in indigo production. Clear? How was indigo cultivated? Children, please understand this question. How was indigo cultivated in India? There is two methods to produce indigo in India. First is niche cultivation. Second is rayat cultivation. What do you mean by niche cultivation? Under niche cultivation, the planter produced indigo in lands that he directly controlled. Repeat again. Within the system of niche cultivation, the planter produced indigo in lands that he directly controlled. Planter either bought the land or rented it from other zamindars and produced indigo by directly employing hired laborers. Okay? The problem with niche cultivation. Now a question raised here. What were the problems faced by farmers and Britishers under niche cultivation grow indigo? This cultivation needed fertile and big land. Children, you easily understand indigo production need fertile and big land and same time period food crops also need fertile and big land, and one of a big reason fertile lands already densely populated. That is why planter evicted forcefully farmers from their land to grow indigo. It was a biggest reason to fight between planter and farmers. Clear? Niche cultivation on a large required many plugs and plugs. Children, you easily understand for under niche cultivation indigo production need plugs and plugs at the same time period food crops also need plugs and plugs. Clear? Availability of labor for indigo production labor required, and at the same time period for food crops labor or farmer also required. Okay, so these all are problems under niche cultivation. Indigo on the land of ryots. It was a second method to produce indigo in India. First method to produce indigo in India, niche cultivation, and second method to grow Indigo in India, land of Rayats. In this system, the planter forced the Rayat to sign a contract and agreement sector. Clear? Second method, land of Rayat to grow indigo in India. In this system, planter forcefully Rayat to sign a contract. That's contract we known as satta. Clear? The peasants got very low price for the indigo they produce. Children, please understand, with hard work, peasants, whatever produce indigo, they got very low price in market. Clear? Indigo production reduce the fertility of soil. This point is very important. Children, please understand, learn. Indigo production reduce the fertility of soil, and food crops need fertile soil. Okay, and indigo production reduce the fertility of soil. Such a biggest problem in front of farmers. If any land lose its fertility, how they produce food crops? It was a biggest question mark. That is why farmer didn't want to grow indigo on their land. Okay? The blue rebellion and after. First of all, you understand meaning of blue. What is the color of indigo? Blue. And farmers didn't want to grow indigo on their land. That is why they started struggle or rebellion against Britishers and planter. That is why this rebellion we known as Blue Rebellion. Clear? In March 1859, thousands of ryots in Bengal refused to grow indigo. Children, please learn this date. In March 1859, thousands of farmers in Bengal refused to grow indigo, and the against planter started Blue Rebellion. Refused to pay rents to the planters. Farmers also refused to pay rent to farmers. Farmers also attack indigo factories. Clear? Impact of Blue Rebellion. Now a question raise farmers against Britishers and planters. They didn't want to grow indigo on their land. Clear? And that is why they attacked indigo factories and didn't pay their rent to planters. Okay, now what were the impact of Blue Rebellion? The government set up the Indigo Commission. Okay, British government set up the Indigo Commission, analyze the reason why Indian farmer didn't want to grow indigo on their land. Clear? Second, it declared that indigo cultivation was not profitable for ryots or peasants. Clear? This Indigo Commission analyzed or observed that indigo cultivation was not profitable for Indian farmers. Ryots could refuse to produce indigo in future. This commission declared that in future, if any farmer didn't want to grow indigo in future, so they couldn't. वो ऐसा कर सकते हैं. Clear? After revolt or rebellion, indigo production collapsed in Bengal. It means after Blue Rebellion in Bengal, indigo production was crushed or collapsed. Clear? Now this chapter is complete. Hopefully you understand this lecture. Thank you.